Woke up this morning and the weather was looking really nice, and it was just sort of that, you know, that when it's like winter but it's like the sun's out and it just feels like it's in that perfect position for coming outside and shooting. And this is somewhere where I've actually came a lot of times to shoot models in the past. It's a location pretty close to where work is as well, and if ever I find myself with a little bit of time like now, it's definitely a good spot to just come for a walk, or in this case, come and sit down or position myself on a part of the tree and think about stuff. And I was kind of thinking, reflecting today actually, about respect to business and things like that. Kind of like reflective of where I've come from with how fast-paced the business used to be, and now how almost open and liberating it is to actually be a lot more like reduced in size. I don't ever want to come across that I'm sort of, I don't know, I don't ever want to come across like I'm downplaying the idea of scaling, because that's not where I am. But I do want to give an honest perspective on where I am, and I guess like where like not being at a big scale has got me to now. And honestly, it's, as of recently, this is like one of the first times ever where I've actually found myself with time to just reflect like this, come for walks, bring the camera, start this new venture. And I just wanted to like break that down. When I was running a business to the capacity I was having a conversation with somebody recently about how much you get swept away with the sort of speed of a business, where you kind of forget that it started from a bedroom and that it started from a cool idea and a concept. And when you scale quickly, it's almost like catching sand in the wind. It seems like it's a very difficult and impossible task. And it's always, I don't know, hindsight is a word that I would try not to use ever, because I think that hindsight falls under the same way that people could consider regret. And I think that there's no point in reflecting on what you can't change. You may as well just be focused on what you can change, what you can be aware of. And I don't know, not running a business to the same capacity has given me open mind of thinking to all the other possibilities that could be. Something like this video, and this has been something that I've wanted to do for ages, and there's probably been this little bit of friction with where a point to start is. And again, having a business at that capacity, you kind of like struggle to know when to place different things in times. So yeah, I don't know. I thought I had an idea of a concept, but maybe it'll come to me while I'm filming. I mean, I just had a nice conversation with some bloke who was walking his dog.
It was back in the day when Olympus were quite a thing, and he had an Olympus OM1 when they just came out.
Oh yeah.
And I think that kind of shrunk the size of single lens reflex camera.
This is what I like about coming out and doing like lifestyle filming in different places, is you just see people in that natural habitat, and then just this guy was just walking his dog and just having that sort of engagement with people. It's nice. It's nice. Running a business to the level that I ran a business to was really exciting, but I think when I did what I did and ran that business, I was so focused on the destination rather than the journey. And not to get too deep or existential, but I'm relearning now the passion with the journey. And I think that with anybody who's doing business, with anybody who, if you're watching this and you're looking to start a business, whether you're already in the bedroom thinking, how am I going to scale this up, you know, just be aware of like the fact that it is about the journey and it's not about the destination. So many people I know that I speak to in business, and still to this day, are always so fixated on the next month I'm going to hit 20,000, and then next month I'm going to hit this, and I'm going to hit this. But sometimes I think you got to pause and say, what for and why? And if you've got a good whys and what fors, then that's even better because you're kind of reinforcing what you're doing with some justification behind it. I think when I was doing it, more so, when I was doing everything that I was doing, I never really questioned the whys and what for. I sort of just was doing it, and I knew that there was constantly going to be next months with next things, whether it was this month we're going to do £100,000, this month it's going to be this, and this next idea we're going to do is going to bring this, but I'm constantly thinking of something that's ahead rather than just being in that moment and kind of like being super reflective and super like present. It is a beautiful word and a like perfect place to kind of be. And I think recently I've gone completely full circle on from running a business like an absolute corporation, having to completely stop and change everything due to circumstances in my control and out of my control, and now being free, liberated, and I don't know, room to breathe and room to think. You know, this is just really nice breathing time and space, and I think that along the time doing this channel and doing this content, I'm gonna really enjoy bringing you guys on the journey of exploring like where my mind goes and the ideas I have. Obviously there's certain parts that I want to get into about, you know, how to sell certain things and how-tos and some good advice where it's due, but all in all, the underlying thing that I keep telling myself with these videos is, am I being authentic with what I'm doing? Am I communicating something of value, and do I enjoy the process of what I'm doing? And there's the three pillars of what I kind of look at with this content that I'm making. So sometimes it might be a video that people watch and go, you're just chatting absolute wasabi, but if you like me, or you like the brand that I've created and built over the years, or any part of it, whether it was because of Marge or because of the clothing, then stay posted, because I don't really know where this channel's going to go, but I do know that I'm excited for continuing to make videos. So yeah, I'm going to get some shots around before it gets all dark that will probably be the overlays at some parts of this video, because I think this video is a bit more of a, don't know, not really much going on this one, but I just thought I wanted to come out here and film a little clip. It just felt like that was what I wanted to do. So yeah, also, if anybody's interested, this is a Stone Island 2005 coat, pure metal shell, apparently it's radioactive. I have 1 and 2 pairs of joggers, New Balances, and an Apple Watch. So yeah, big up yourselves for watching, guys.